People are what make our companies successful. In many cases, our ability to compete and succeed is not based on a tangible product, but rather our employees' ability to meet our customers' needs. We often don't realize what an investment our employees are. However, our employees are our most immediate link to our customers. How they interact with and serve customers has a direct impact on our livelihood. The quality of products distributed depends on the work employees do. Simply put, our employees and their actions can directly determine the success of our businesses and therefore our ability to provide for our families. Whether your business is large enough to have a human resource manager, or you find yourself taking care of most HR functions, there are a number of roles that HR plays in operating a business. One of the primary areas of responsibility of HR is to manage human capital. HR makes hiring decisions. We design the process, ensure fair and legal practices, and make judgment calls. HR also handles terminations, removing employees when necessary in a way that's consistent with policy, mitigate risk during the process, ensuring all resulting issues are resolved, for example, unemployment claims. HR takes responsibility for performance. We develop performance expectations and methods for performance review, monitoring performance patterns and correcting performance when necessary. Compensation typically falls under HR, determining reasonable and competitive compensation, making compensation recommendations and decisions, and ensuring equitable application of policies. Benefits are another area, designing a competitive benefit structure, maintaining benefits on a regular basis, handling billing and enrollment, and troubleshooting coverage issues. Training and development, identifying, designing, and implementing training and development programs that contribute to the success of the business. And finally, employee relations, working with employees for a wide variety of reasons, including personal issues, health, leave requests, behavior, and the like. HR also spends a great deal of time developing policies and procedures, defining policies and procedures consistent with the needs of the business, and ensuring that policies and procedures are followed and kept up to date. Compliance monitoring is another important area. We monitor compliance with federal, state, and local regulations, using knowledge of regulations to ensure that all requirements for reporting and filing are met, including new hire reporting and paperwork, ADA compliance, EEO compliance, and OSHA reporting. And the bottom line is that we protect and represent the best interest of the business. Contrary to what many believe, the primary role of HR is not to serve employees, but rather to look out for the best interest of the business. When it comes down to it, employees are just like any other business investment. The return on investment needs to be at an acceptable level or action must be taken. Employees should be respected and treated fairly, but when they're not meeting the business's needs, it's HR's job to ensure that the situation is resolved appropriately. The world of HR, when represented accurately, is actually highly complex and requires a great deal of field-specific knowledge. Smaller businesses are often not able to afford the luxury of a full-time HR manager and therefore tend to explore alternatives. Probably the most common solution is that business owners or business managers take on most of the responsibilities. In some cases, the basic functions are assigned to an administrative assistant. As long as the designated individual is trained in the basics of HR and exercises good judgment when it comes to knowing when an expert opinion is necessary, most businesses can survive without HR staff. The problem with being on your own with HR is that the area can be overwhelming. Employment is regulated by so many different agencies that it's difficult to know where to start. There are also many legal pitfalls. Because of the number of agencies that regulate employment and the requirements are all different, it's difficult to know who is going to hold you accountable for what and whether the regulation even applies to you. Unfortunately, not knowing is not an acceptable excuse, and most labor laws are written in favor of the employee rather than the company. We need to ensure that we're complying with everything so that we don't get sucked into an expensive, drawn-out legal battle. HR is best practiced in a proactive manner. Often when we're overwhelmed with work, we're only able to be reactive rather than proactive. The disadvantage is that being proactive contributes significantly to increased productivity and success, whereas being reactive is more time-consuming and expensive. Fortunately, there are a number of resources with which we can work to resolve some of these issues. First and foremost is your Workforce Solutions Office. We're here to partner with you, addressing your HR needs in support of an existing HR team, and especially when you don't have HR professionals on staff. The Department of Labor's website is also a good resource. The Society for Human Resource Management is an internationally recognized organization for HR professionals. Most companies are also allowed to join so that you get access to valuable information on best practices. Local HR associations can be of great value. A labor attorney, when it looks like there's a question or issue that has the potential to cost you great amounts of money, often a quick consult with an attorney who specializes in labor issues is in order. And then brokers. Benefits brokers are especially valuable. While this means your benefits costs include their commission, they're often able to broker better deals because of the volume they represent. This way, you also have a specific contact for your employees who have benefits issues, as well as for enrollment and compliance. Brokers save you a great deal of time as they'll sort through messes and present you with the basics and your options with minimal effort on your part. While the field of human resources is broad, there are a few areas where additional attention is warranted due to increased liability. Those include new hire paperwork and reporting, required postings, EEO regulations and claims, terminations, unemployment claims, and employee handbooks. To learn more about each of these areas, check out our other free training videos or contact us. Workforce Solutions is here to provide you with human resource services. We can help you find the right employees, build the skills of your current workforce, and consult with you to support your business initiatives. The best part? You can get current information, compliance assistant, a professional opinion, and great employees, all free of charge. Give us a call, 713-688-6890, or access our virtual office at www.wrksolutionsonline.com.